What is up, yo? We back with another great video. Today, we have made it to the animal side of YouTube. Yes, from y'all. Y'all have sent us now animals. We went from comparing cars, comparing food, to now we are comparing animals. Okay. So, American animals versus UK animals, which I didn't even know that was like a crazy difference. I thought maybe y'all might have the same kind of...
I feel like it's different, like, what's it called? Like weather, so they have different, maybe, I don't know, but...
We about to find out. But if you do, hit that subscribe, like, notification bell. Links are the channels down below, along with our Amazon wish list. If you'd like to send us something, let's dive in.
Although North America and Europe have an ocean between them, they both have species that are closely related to each other. This is because North America used to be connected to Asia and Europe through the Bering Land Bridge. Many different species could travel across this area freely, and this is just one of the many reasons why North American animals and European animals are closely related to each other. In this video, I will be comparing animals from both of these areas, and estimating which one would win in a fight. I'll be going through 5 species from Europe and 5 species from North America, and we'll start off with the European badger. Now, this striking creature is native to almost all of Europe and has a very large stable population. Because of the lack of large animals in the UK, the European badger is actually the UK's largest land predator and is one of the best well-known British species.
Hey, don't get it twisted. You know what's crazy that the badger comes up, y'all? It's because I just came across badger TikTok. Excuse me, my allergies are killing me right now. Because somebody want to add a freaking scent to the bathroom. We already got 1 million scents going on in the house, but I ain't gonna say no names. But I just learned about the badger and how aggressive it is. I never knew a badger was as aggressive as they are.
They look like skunks.
They really will tear you up, and I never knew that. I'm glad I learned something.
That's the biggest animal in the UK.
They'll tear you up, like up, all the way up.
In the wild, they live an omnivorous lifestyle, both taking a liking to plant matter and small creatures. During the day, badgers mostly spend their time underground, in their burrows, which are called setts. Although some European badgers like to spend their life on their own, most European badgers are social animals. They can live in groups of up to 25 members, but their social behaviour is largely dictated by the availability of food. But this striking mammal also has a North American counterpart, the American badger. Even though this species has a similar appearance to the European badger, they are not closely related. The American badger is known for being a little meaner than the European badger and lives a more solitary lifestyle. They live life slightly on the more carnivorous side and predominantly feed on smaller mammals such as gophers, squirrels and prairie dogs. Because of this diet, they're found in more open areas and are typically found around grasslands and prairies. To be able to get at their prey, they are impressive diggers and spend most of their time looking for burrows of small animals. But even though the American badger has a very mean reputation, they are slightly smaller than the European badgers.
Oh, they are?
The European badger can reach a length of around 1 meter and weighs 17 kilograms, whereas the American badger maxes out at around 75
Why does it look so much bigger than
and weighs 15 kilograms. So for this round, I think it's 1-0 for the European creatures.
Even though, well, that's not fair because in that video it looked like ours was way bigger.
It did, but if he got the correct measurements, then we gonna let them have it. They can have the badger, you know, because that's their biggest animal, so we gonna let them have it. You know, we gotta give a fair shot here.
But our next creature is the Eurasian otter. Now, this semi-aquatic mammal is native to large parts of Eurasia and is the most widely distributed member of the otter subfamily. These otters have webbed feet, and this makes them impressive swimmers. They can mostly be found in freshwaters, where they're usually seen munching on fish. Although they're mostly seen as freshwater animals, the Eurasian otter can be found on the coast, where it's more than happy to try a bit of seafood. In many parts of Europe, it is the top freshwater predator, but in recent years, it's had more competition. The American mink is invasive over large parts of Europe, and in most cases directly competes with the Eurasian otter. This, along with habitat loss, overfishing and hunting, have led to this otter being threatened in some areas. Luckily for these otters, they are much loved creatures, and many people are dedicated to helping them. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case for the extinct Japanese otter, which was considered to be a subspecies of the Eurasian otter. But as I'm sure many of you know, there is also a famous otter in North America named the North American river otter. Now, this otter only lives on the North American continent, but lives a very similar lifestyle to the Eurasian otter. They have slightly more to choose from when it comes to food in North America, because as well as fish, they are also known to take down large numbers of turtles and crayfish. These otters are known for being extremely playful, and juveniles...
I'm learning something new. An otter could tear up a turtle. I didn't even know that. I didn't know I had eating turtles like that. You know, that's crazy.
I never...
What did you never know?
Sorry, y'all. You know, that was always a question that I had in my mind. Who eats turtles? Or what animal eats turtles?
People eat turtles.
I know now. But I'm just saying, like, when you think about it, like, what animal eats turtles?
I wouldn't think a turtle would be eaten. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, we got somebody out here, and there's humans because I've seen it on. I made it on turtle TikTok before too. They out here just boiling it and doing everything.
No pet, no damn animal safe.
Humans, we the biggest bullies. They ain't nothing safe.
Turtle?
They eat everything. Ain't nothing safe. Nothing. You thought you was a safe animal. Don't let a human get a hold of you.
Otter, that's so sad.
Otter's tearing them up. They gotta eat.
Can often be seen chasing each other. Although this may look like just fun, it helps them improve their skills of catching fish. Now, it can be very hard to tell these two otter species apart. The North American river otter has a shorter neck and generally has a longer tail compared to its body. The Eurasian otter is the only otter in much of its range and also tends to be a little larger. They can reach a maximum length of around 1.4 meters and reach a maximum weight of around 24 kilograms. The American river otter, on the other hand, has a maximum length of around 1.1 meters and maxes out at around 15 kilograms. So although both these animals are very lovable, that now makes it 2-0 to Europe.
Wait, I thought that was the US one.
Are both the Eurasian brown bear and the grizzly bear. The Eurasian brown bear is the most common subspecies of brown bear and is found throughout much of Eurasia.
Do they not eat birds?
They feed on a wide range of foods, eating various different types of plant matter such as berries, and also targeting the largest mammals and fish. Their size and power makes them very dangerous, and it's best to keep your distance from these bears. In North America, an average of 2 people a year are killed by bears. In Scandinavia, there's only been 3 fatalities from bear attacks in the last century, which makes it seem like Eurasian brown bears are less aggressive. Unfortunately, the truth is not as simple as this, as many other factors affect the frequency of bear attacks. In Romania in late 2019, brown bears were responsible for killing 3 men in just over a month. The cause of these attacks are sometimes desperation, because when we decrease the habitat of these bears, there's less food to go around, and they are forced into highly populated areas. But famously, this bear also has a North American cousin, the grizzly bear. Although grizzly bears are known for being fearsome predators, some grizzlies can be surprisingly small. On the eastern slopes of Alberta, some adult grizzlies are known to be even smaller than black bears. They vary in size from area to area, mostly due down to competition and food availability. But when it comes down to maximum sizes, the grizzly bear can grow a lot larger than the Eurasian brown bear, as the European bears max out around 2.5 meters and weigh 480 kilograms, whereas the grizzly bears can reach a height of around 2.7 meters and weigh 770 kilograms. So, don't call it a comeback! But North America is back.
Really?
Two animals.
Hey, 8.9 feet? I never knew they was that tall. I knew they were big. That's tall. Some things are huge.
I'm shocked at 1,000 pounds.
But the ones we saw at the zoo, though, they were pretty. But they were laying down.
So now I know what a bear. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, yeah, I'm being totally serious. Now I know what a bear weighs, because when 600-pound life, they be like 1,900. Like,
and they fast. They big like that.
No, I'm talking about the people.
I know.
So now I kind of get an idea of what that weight looks like because of them.
Yes, 2 of them.
And they fast, and they can't even walk. That's crazy.
Them things will get after you.
Also both the European bison and the American bison. Now, I've been through both of these creatures many times on this channel before, as they're not only very similar in appearance, but throughout their history they've had a very similar story. During the early years of the 20th century, European bison were once hunted to near extinction. They were only saved because they had small captive populations, and these populations were bred and then released back into the wild. This bison is the heaviest wild land animal in Europe, and is only ever targeted by the largest of predators. In most cases, these predators were humans, wolves, and bears, but the 2 latter species are now rare in most of their distribution. The only other living species of bison in the world is found in North America, and is definitely the more famous of the bison species. It's one of the most iconic animals of America's grasslands. But just like the European bison, it was once threatened with extinction, a combination of commercial hunting and slaughter in the 19th century, along with the introduction of bovine diseases, almost wiped out these iconic mammals. They had a population of around 60 million in the late 18th century, but the species was down to just 541 animals in 1889. This is one of the most devastating wild animal slaughters in the whole of human history. But luckily today they have made a comeback. Now both of these giants are very similar in size, with the European bison being slightly taller at the shoulder with a height of around 2.1 meters, compared with the American bison's 2 meters. But the American bison can be a lot heavier, with a max weight of around 1,200 kilograms, compared to the European bison's 920 kilograms. Although the European bison is taller, I think the American bison wins this round. And it's you two going into the last two animals.
Well, let's get it out.
Species of
The
moose
moose.
recognized today. Some
Why
of them
did you
living in
say it
North
like
America,
that? I like
and
moose.
the rest living in Europe and Asia. Moose are the largest and heaviest extant species in the deer family, and truly are one of the largest land mammal species alive today. Unlike other species of deer, they tend to live a solitary lifestyle and tend to enjoy life in thick forests and around wetland areas. Despite their size, they are impressive swimmers and are very happy
how they
in
look
marshes
without
and wetlands. Their
the
size gives them
antlers.
protection against most predators, and even wolves and
Are they
bears will
fast?
only really attack juveniles and sick individuals.
Look like a donkey.
A moose will tear you up.
I said, are they fast?
Oh yes.
I didn't say it. They're mean. I said, are they fast?
Go look at a moose run on TikTok.
Yeah, but it looks different
No.
in a thing.
Go look how I run. They fast.
For real?
Yes.
That's crazy how these animals
And
are
they
fast.
will tear you
so
up.
Big.
They will tear you up. Don't even play with one. Don't play with one.
Predators aren't the
Get out
biggest
the way.
threats to moose, as they have a much smaller threat to worry about.
They look so
Brainworms are
different.
parasites contracted from eating snails, and the larvae of these
These
worms
snails?
find their way to the moose's brain. This causes neurological damage, and has led to a worrying decline in moose numbers.
Well, moose
Millions
stop
of
eating
dollars
them
have been
snails.
poured into helping these animals, and hopefully they'll be able to bounce back.
Why don't
They
y'all get
look
rid of the
like
snails?
When it comes down to
donkeys
size,
without
the American
antlers. They look like
subspecies
donkeys.
tend to be a little larger than the European ones,
Mm,
as
they
they
were
can
trying to
reach
be
a height
nasty.
of around 2.1 meters at the shoulder and weigh 700 kilograms,
Okay, that's
compared
not-
to a
so
height at the
bison
shoulder of
weighs
2
more.
meters and a weight of 600 kilograms. So overall, it looks like the American species have come back to win this round, and they've
They
won the
won a round?
competition overall.
I don't know if it's
this
good to
flag
win a
doesn't
round, though.
Include the whole of North America.
That is
I don't know if it's good to
crazy,
win a round.
y'all.
I don't know if I want to win in dangerous animals.
I don't know. Like, it's just so crazy.
Let me show you a moose
How
running.
big.
Let me give you. Let me give you a moose running. I'm telling you, my TikTok be full of this stuff.
It's the fact that you really have that on your phone. Like, why do you have?
Let me say, I don't have it. Let me show you one.
Like,
This is through snow. That's some thick snow. Now peep him.
where?
He coming if he get his camera. You see that how that's moving through that snow?
Damn.
Get toe up playing with them moose.
I wonder what runs faster, a bear or moose?
Nah, that's a scientific question. I ain't got the answers to.
A bear or
Somebody
moose?
in the comments though,
Let us know.
coming for you.
Like
and
if they
gonna have it.
race, like the rabbit and the snail, or the rabbit and the turtle. You ever read that book, The Rabbit and the Turtle, about the race?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
But anyways, I wonder who would win in a race between a bear and a moose.
I used to always think as come as a kid, a moose was so nice, and then when I found out as an adult that they were mean and they attack,
They're like grumpy old man.
they'll tear you
They're like
up.
grumpy old man.
I was like, dang, I expected the moose just be chilling, like, you know, like a horse. Like, come pet me, chill. You know, he like, no.
I'm still, I am still shooketh at the 4-digit weights.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Have you heard the noise the moose make?
Yes.
It sounds like a dang dinosaur.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, how y'all live around that? I'll be
It's
thinking
weird.
T-Rex is coming to my house. If I heard that noise outside my house. Like, during mating season, I'm telling you, my TikTok me on it. I'll be getting educated. I'm telling you. That's one thing. They do educate me on animals.
That's crazy. I mean, like I said, I think what got me was like, I think they miscalculated that win for the UK.
They have to give them something.
Not the badger. What was the other one? The other one.
The otter?
Yeah, I think we won,
They tried to
but
play
they
us.
didn't want to give it to us. Or
You
was
know
it
what?
the badger? It was one of
UK,
them.
y'all can't have it all. You already got us on
can't.
food and stuff. Y'all got to at least let us have the
Calm
animals.
it down.
Let us have the
Knock
animals.
it down, okay?
But as always, thank y'all for tuning in with us once again. We'll see y'all in the next one.